Welcome to my channel. Today we are going to discuss a new lesson. New lesson name is the Bhakti and Sufi movements. So on this topic we are going to discuss in this video. So what is Bhakti and Sufi movements? These are the two Bhakti movements that has emerged in the early 7th century and it continued up to 10th century. So these Bhakti and Sufi movements are religious movements occurred in India. These are the two religious movements. So one is Hindu and another is Muslim related movements. These are the religious movements occurred in the early 7th century and 10th century. So how these movements are emerged in the due course of means in the meantime. So how these two Bhakti and Sufi movements are emerged. We are going to discuss in this video. Let's start with the main introduction topic. Here, so at the course of human history, here human history. So humans are evolved, no? So evolution has occurred, no? So from early man to food gatherer. So at the time is gathering of food, no? So gathering to food producer. So the evolution has occurred in humans. So the course of human history also, we can consider the humans history. So there is a lot of changes has occurred. So at the time, so the man has been using air. Air is using water, soil and fire. These are the necessities, no, for the human life is needs. And since the time of primitive man, so primitive man we have discussed, no, early man, we can call it early man or nomadic man. Okay, we can call it as nomadic man. So behind these laws, so what these laws? So he is using air, no, air, water, soil and fire also, no. These are the essential elements for humans to survival in his life, no. So these laws of nature, so where they comes all these things, air, water, soil. So from by nature only we will get, no. So he is not able to understand. So primitive man, he is unable to understand the laws of nature. So how his nature is working? He doesn't know anything about the working nature of this surroundings. So what is air, how the air is coming, and water, soil, earthquakes, and so on. So he doesn't know anything. So he believed that these were some mighty power, and so he thought that it was God creation. So he doesn't know anything about laws of nature. So in modern times we know, no, how the earthquakes was happened. So this primitive man doesn't know anything. So when he observed that, so suddenly the mountains or rocks suddenly falls and cracks has happened. He doesn't know anything about all these things. Why? Because so he doesn't know about earthquakes, volcanic eruptions and oceans, waves, no. So sudden waves. So he doesn't know. But so due to that, by falling sudden of rocks and so on, any other things. So he got what he got? He got fear. He got fear. So that fear gradually becomes to devotion to nature. So he doesn't know anything about the nature laws. Like, so we don't know tectonic theory, earthquakes has happened, why the earthquakes has occurred, volcanic eruption, mountains has fallen down. So besides this, there is a theories for that. At the time, the primitive man doesn't know anything about the nature laws. So that's why he got fear. So fearness, and gradually, so he believes that, so there is a mighty power. There is a mighty power in the nature. There is a mighty power in the nature. So he decided that to worship that nature. So he decided to nature worshipper. So he has a follower of, he worship all nature like fire, water, animals, mountains, rocks, etc. So he did. Because of fear. He got the fear, no? So he got fear. So due to all these things, he got fear. So fear, he has a follower, and gradually devotion occurs towards nature. So he worshipped all these things. So air, water, soil, fire, etc. Gradually he thought that there may be mighty power, so that he was God. So he doesn't see any God, but he thought that there is some mighty power is there. So gradually, so that fear becomes to devotion, and devotion to nature, and in the due course of time, in due time has occurred. So he believed that there is a mighty power, and that power is God. Like this, the feeling has happened, and each time they had to deal with dangers posed by nature, he developed a sense of respect. So dangerous risk by falling of nature, now we have discussed. These nature senses, he has developed a sense of respect towards nature, and got fear and reverence. So for these forces, he has to sustain. So he has to maintain friendly nature with that nature. Gradually this feeling was straight to devotion. Just now we have discussed, no? So gradually feelings into devotion, and the concept of devotion developed along with human civilization. Medieval period underwent much transformation become existing. So during economical conditions and foreign invasions was also occurred. Here the concept devotion developed, no? So with human civilization. So here during the medieval period underwent much transformation as existing and social conditions and foreign invasions. Before only we said, no? So the concept devotion. So here devotion concept, so it has been changed in the medieval period, and transformation has also occurred because of existing socio-economic conditions and foreign invasions. So at the time there is some foreign people invasion on India, no? So these are the inevitable situations to believe that conditions. And society was fragmented into caste. At the time, the society has divided into caste-based system. It has divided the caste-based system at the time, and there was much despair and disunity. There is no unity, and losing comes among themselves. No one is trusting with each other. Everyone is in how they are. So how they are means they are constantly threatening with each other. And caste discrimination was also there. And foreign rulers are constantly invasions. So these circumstances much losing confidence among themselves. This is all about. And here at the time saints from different parts of the country here. I means they are losing confidence now. So different parts of the country, so they try to bring return to society by preaching so equality. So from throughout the country, different parts, the saints has tried to preach, mean teach. They have to teach brotherhood nature and equality and unity. So these people has tried to return to society back. So they teach like equality, brotherhood and unity. So in before slide we discussed, no, there is no unity and confidence amongst. So these saints people means sages. So across the country they try to restore the confidence and equality, brotherhood nature and unity. So here they has to try this, and they moved across the country. So who moved? Saints are moving across the country and preach to society about brotherhood nature and unity. So they want to restore the confidence on themselves. That's why they moved across throughout the country and is to the society they are teaching like brotherhood nature and unity, and they devoted their lives to bring harmony among different religions and sections of society. Here throughout their life they try to harmony among themselves and different religions and society. In the society there is a different religions, but there is no unity and there is no equality and brotherhoodness. So these people, I mean these saints try to restore all these things. So this movement has spread over many centuries and is known as the Bhakti movement. So this kind of movement has spread across the country over many centuries, and this is known as Bhakti movement. This is called Bhakti movement. And here the Bhakti movement started. Previously we have discussed on this. So this Bhakti movement started during earlier 7th century and started in the Bhakti movement in which 7th century started and continued up to 10th century. So what is Bhakti movement we have discussed now. So this movement spread over many centuries and it is known as Bhakti movement. And here the Bhakti movement, it is started in the early 7th century and continued up to 10th century. Okay. This movement spread all over India. Previously we have discussed now. And reformers in all religions, they sought to reform their religion by opposing evil practices and blind beliefs. So the people, I mean the followers, they try to restore the beliefs, no, but there are reformers also. These reformers tries to what they are opposing evil practices and blind beliefs in that religions. I mean they have to reform in their religions. Reformation has to be changed through the belief system. started means, so the reformers adopted, how these reformers was started means by singing hymns and praises to God in their own languages. I mean, there's respective languages, regional languages, no? So example of regional languages in Andhra Pradesh, Telugu speaking people, Telugu speaking, no, mostly in Andhra Pradesh. In Tamil Nadu, Tamil speaking, no, is there regional languages. So I mean, the major common language. So in their regional languages, the reformers, these people adopted singing hymns and praises means they are praising their gods in their own language and composed songs. So why this means they are trying to reformation in their own religions by opposing evil practices and blind beliefs. So this kind of reforms was taken on the basis, adopted by singing of songs and praise their gods in their own language. This is all about, and people from all walks of disciples. So everywhere disciples has occurred, and these people much reformed in the society. So the reformers has brought much reformers in the society. So, and they preach to people irrespective of caste, creed or religion. What they do means, the reformers preaching, I mean they taught their equality, brotherhoodness and unity. These things are taught irrespective of caste, creed and religion. So there is no discrimination in teaching that like this. And the Bhakti means, so here devotion to God. Here what is meant by Bhakti is, here Bhakti means devotion to God. I means, if one person loves God, so his state of mind is where the devotee surrender himself or herself unquestioning. So there is no questioning. So here Bhakti. What is meant by Bhakti? Love God. So they love God without any questioning. So if there is love, there is no questioning. Surrenders he or she, they surrender to love. This is called Bhakti. And here devotee. Here who is devotee? So he or she is they are surrendering. They are giving the affection towards the God without any question. So he is called devotee towards the God. And here there is explanation here. It builds strong relation between devotee and God. Here who is devotee? Means who is worshipping that God, who is praising. So devotee and God, a strong relation also occurred. And universal brotherhood and equality of all society. So in this, the main important characteristics, universal brotherhood. Everyone is treated like brotherhood nature and equality. So the main principle is brotherhood nature and equality. So these are the main characteristics. And in Hinduism also, so different paths of attaining moksha. Moksha means our salvation. Okay, after death, the person goes to get this kind of moksha. No, so in Hinduism, different parts of moksha are God. So they have to reach the God. So what are the paths? Means ways. There are ways in Hinduism. What are these ways? Means Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga and Bhakti Yoga. These are the different yogas in Hinduism which was practiced, and if we practice these types of paths, we can get what we can get moksha. We can get moksha and reach God. We will directly sends to God. And here Hinduism now we have discussed, and here Bhakti Marga. What are the paths? Paths means Bhakti Marga, Jnana Marga and Karma Marga. Karma means actions, Jnana means knowledge. So how they get? By karma. So doing of actions. What is karma? Karma means actions, no work. So through karma we can get moksha, and jnana, knowledge, through knowledge, and bhakti means devotion. So these are the paths to get moksha. To after death we can get moksha. This so in Hinduism, and during this medieval period the path is bhakti become more popular in all religions. So in that period this path, bhakti is popular in all religions, not only in Hinduism. In all religions the bhakti movement is spread. Okay, this is the important one. Now this is all about. So in Hinduism we have different paths, no? Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga and Bhakti Yoga. So Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga and Bhakti Yoga. These are the three ways to get moksha in Hinduism. And here types of bhakti. So here there are types of bhakti. So there are two types of bhakti. One is Saguna Bhakti and Nirguna Bhakti. Here two types. So worship of God with form and worship of God without form. Here two types, no? With form and without form. What is this? So with form means there is shape. So no particular shape. Here with form is example. These two types of bhakti. So we can see this here. With form is there is shape. So if you want to understand this in clear manner, so there is the gods like Rama, Krishna, etc. So Durga. Okay. So these comes under Saguna Bhakti. Okay. And Nirguna Bhakti. So example for this meditation and meditation only. Here Nirguna. This is called Nirguna. Nirguna Bhakti. This is the examples for meditation or self-loving. So we are trying to chanting of God. Chanting of God means in this bhakti the God is everywhere. So there is no particular shape or form. So here Saguna Bhakti means this bhakti comes under its form, means there is a particular shape. So daily we are using photos of Rama, Krishna, we are worshipping, no? This under comes Saguna Bhakti. And Nirguna Bhakti. So this Nirguna Bhakti means there is no particular shape. God is everywhere. It's called Nirguna Bhakti. Nirguna, worship of God without form. There is no particular form. I will continue the remaining chapter of this lesson in next video.